questions. They're back.
Who would win?
Jaws
Versus
the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, what a battle that really isn't.
I don't know the dimensions of Jaws, but he was able to eat a whole boat, pretty much. He's probably, was he? I don't remember the movie that well. It's been a while. So did he eat the whole boat?
Because I have to tell you, if I recall correctly, Jaws is between 10 and 30 feet. Okay? The Loch Ness Monster is a plesiosaur.
Like, was he the size of the boat? Or was it like half the size? Because I know, like, I remember the chomping scene. He was like eating the fucking thing.
Jaws was a great white shark. And you know, those actually exist. So I'd have to say he wins by default.
How big is the Loch Ness Monster in comparison? Does it have teeth?
Fucking Loch Ness Monster. I mean, Jaws is just a fucking shark. The Loch Ness Monster is this giant-ass creature, like, mythological creature, I should say.
Is it like Lapras from Pokemon? Like, because Lapras would fucking lose to Jaws in a goddamn minute. For sure.
So he's roughly about 10 times the size of fucking Jaws. And on top of that, Jaws may be an apex predator, being a great white shark, but guess what? So is a plesiosaur.
But I don't know what the Loch Ness Monster truly looks like. So, fuck.
Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster would definitely kick Jaws' ass, like, hands down.
Because, I mean, if you got a shark, and then if you have nothing, then the shark's gonna win.
This question is really just kind of seeing who knows their shit, kind of, because anyone who doesn't know what a plesiosaur is probably gonna come out saying that Jaws would win because Jaws is gigantic and huge and a shark.
Alright, if the Loch Ness Monster is bigger than Jaws, and is more vicious than Lapras, it's more of a Gyarados Pokemon, I think Loch Ness Monster would win in that instance.
A plesiosaur is basically everything that he is, plus gigantic, plus he has fucking reach. You know, he has a big-ass neck, like a fucking giraffe, except like massive. So think more like an elephant trunk mixed with a giraffe neck, but longer.
Jaws might have, like, an upper hand in terms of, you know, because Jaws is a shark and it's got giant-ass teeth and whatever, but you can't match Jaws up to fucking Nessie or any other, you know, Kraken-like creatures like that.
It's not going to be very spectacular or interesting, but you would have to declare the shark the winner by default.
But if it's shitty and like totally tame, the Loch Ness Monster would totally get its face wrecked by Jaws, because Jaws is relentless.
Basically, Jaws would come rolling up on him like this. He'd be like, "Oh, so you got flippers there, B?" And he'd be like, "You know what these flippers can do? They can smack the fuck out of you." And he'd just right at Jaws' face. Jaws would be like, "Oh God, what have I done?" Try to get away. Not gonna happen though, because the plesiosaur has gigantic fucking muscles that propel him forward, and he has 4 giant fins where he's just like, whoo. So basically what's gonna happen is he's just gonna swim up, and he's gonna take his gigantic fucking maw and just smack right across Jaws, and Jaws is dead.
And I've never heard of the guy being eaten, his boat being eaten by the Loch Ness Monster. Plus, it's a fucking ocean compared to the loch, which is, I don't know exactly what a loch is. Is it a lake?
Jaws is not even gonna come back from that, and the plesiosaur has now had dinner.
Is a loch a lake? Like a quarry? I don't know the dimensions of a loch, actually. Is it like a gulf? What is like the exact definition of a loch? I don't know.
Loch Ness Monster wins, hands fucking down. Try and fight that, David. Try and fight that. Don't even try it. You know about plesiosaurs. You know. I know you know.
You have 2 cages, and you would drop both of them in and say, "Fight." And the shark would just be swimming around because there's nothing else in the tank with him.
hands down, the Loch Ness Monster will fucking kick Jaws' ass.
Don't even say Jaws would win. Loch Ness Monster, everybody. That's the winner here. Look it up.
I guess I'm gonna go with Jaws. Like, short answer, Jaws. I think Jaws is pretty hardcore. He's fucking huge and he's the biggest one. So
he would win. Automatically.
all right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that question, and tell us below who you think would win, Jaws or the Loch Ness Monster.
And if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and drop us a like and subscribe to the channel to follow even more of our content in the future.